And we're recording. Here, can you talk into it real quick?
Test, 1, 2.
Are you in a phone?
It smells like
Alright.
Touch grass.
1, 2, 3. And we're synced up. like the heathens that we call women.
Yes. Periods.
Mm-hmm. Periods.
Sync up.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how that works. Is there a certain radius you have to be to sync up?
It's not like Bluetooth, man. It's actually a myth.
But is it? Are you sure?
It goes with the moon.
Goes with the moon?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then wouldn't every woman be in the same sync?
I think they is.
There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Have you ever noticed how, like, 1 week of the month is worse? Just universally for everybody?
You're just in a bad mood the entire week. You're like, what's going on? You're like, oh, every woman is just being mean to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. So you're curious how I'm so good at sex, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm great at sex. Don't get me wrong. And, it's just the getting to
Oh,
sex.
yeah, no, I'm not. I'm actually bad at the sex part.
Oh, okay.
I'm good at the getting to.
Really?
Well, actually, I don't even know
I
if
think
I'm
the
good
getting
at...
to might be more important, honestly.
Really?
A lot of women will just be like, I've never even come from a guy. And then they tell you how many guys they've been with. And you're like, okay, I guess it just doesn't matter.
I know. Well, I think it's harder for ladies in general.
Well, of course.
Mm-hmm. Well, this leads into our first topic. Did you see Charlie Kirk was shot?
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry. I thought that would be a funny thing to say. We're a minute into the podcast. I guess I should introduce. Hello, and welcome to I Don't Want to Be a Piece of Shit. I'm your host, Carter Doherty. And today I'm with a special guest, Harry Meredith. Funny comedian, bit of an interesting guy. I think you're a good hang.
I feel like I let you down in conversation constantly.
No, you don't let me down in conversation.
You said
do
that
I
like
give
there
off
is...
the connotation? Am I giving off the vibe?
It's probably just my own anxiety around... I feel like we're both anxious guys, and I don't know.
I'm not anxious at all.
Yeah, you're right. Neither am I.
That's a thing.
What?
No matter what, you should always say you're like, even if you do think you're anxious, constantly reinforce, I'm not anxious, and then that will make you inherently less anxious.
Yeah, it's like confidence. Just fake it till you make it.
It's what are those called? Affirmations.
See, now it sounds gay, and I don't want to do it.
No. No matter how gay it is, it's this is the thing about life.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to tell you how to live it and how to live it right.
And is this going to lead to being better at getting sex?
Yes.
Okay.
You know all those like truths that your parents tell you growing up that like you dismiss because you're like you want to disrespect authority.
Sure.
Like you're like
I loved authority.
Yeah. Did you turn in homework on time and stuff?
Homework not so much, but like I loved rules. I was very safe within rules. Rules are very comfortable.
I really
I don't like regulations though.
I really like you, and this might seem offensive, but you give off the vibe of like autistic tiptoe walker in high school. You know what I mean? Like he's got the Minecraft creeper shirt on, and he wears his backpack and headphones on, and he's walking, and he's always got like a bunch of papers in his hands, and he never has his homework done on time.
I never had my homework done on time. I would just shove all my papers into my backpack, so it would be a mess.
And were you a part of like debate or chess club?
No. I did love chess. I do love chess.
Chess, I knew it.
So the weird thing with me is, I'm also on the lacrosse team.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I was sort of like in this limbo of kind of a weird kid, but they took me under their wing.
You also run cross country?
My brother did. I ran for a little bit. Distance runners are weird. They're very eccentric.
Yeah, you gave off distance runner vibe a little bit.
God damn it.
I think climbing vibe and distance runner vibe aren't too far apart.
Yeah, I could see that.
Climber's a little bit more granola.
Climbing's a little bit more distinct.
Distance runner is a little bit more like tech nerd.
Yeah.
But I think they similar ilk.
Damn.
But yeah, so
neither of them.
But you were a big rule follower. You always listened to your parents. Did you go to bed on time?
Yeah, generally, yeah. I didn't want to go to bed, but I mean, also my dad was a very scary guy.
How so? What you're from New Jersey, so was he a fucking
No, he wasn't a Guido.
Go to bed or I'll slap you in the back of the head.
I mean, yeah, that's what he did. That was his move.
Slap you in the back of the
head?
head?
He would do the fake out with the left and then bop on the side of the head. That was like his signature.
Oh,
and as a kid, you just like you never learned to to not dodge the first one. He would also just be like, "Yo, come
That
here."
is insane, by the way, that your father, to discipline you, was like, "Ah." Just kidding.
Yeah, he'd
Gotcha
fake
wings.
me out. You go,
That's,
bop, bop.
That's
Yeah.
like older brother type of behavior.
Dude,
That's
my
not how
dad
your
treated
father
me.
should discipline.
My dad raised me almost like he was a frat bro. I mean, I've told people this, but like when I was in,
Then
like,
why aren't you cool?
I don't know. I think it's because it's like that movie with like Adam Sandler where he raises Andy Samberg and he turns out to be a huge nerd because you go like the opposite way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so your dad was cool?
My dad had I don't know if I can say he was cool because he died from diabetes.
Oh yeah,
which is really not cool.
Was he fat?
Yeah, very fat. Yeah.
Very
He broke
fat.
a pool ladder in front of like a bunch of kids.
And was he a drinker?
No, his dad was an alcoholic, so he was very averse to alcohol.
Very averse to alcohol, but he would hitting kids in alcohol.
Yeah, they
usually
do go hand in hand, literally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was one night where he like threatened. He like brought out all of the booze and he put it on the table and he sat at the edge of our table and he was like, "I'm gonna make some bad decisions tonight," and then he drove away and I thought I'd never see him again.
Oh.
And then he came back like 3 hours later with like a tub of Haagen-Dazs and I was like, "Fuck, he's still just a fat guy who's angry."
Yeah,
you know?
you got a really weird dad. I'm sorry.
It's very layered. What I was gonna say is when I was in first grade, he would do this thing in the pool where he'd be like, "Yo, come here," and I'd be like, "I don't want to," because I knew his tricks. He'd be like, "Get over here, bro," and I'd be like, "I don't want to," and then he'd pull down my swim trunks, throw them over there, pick me up, and then like aim me like I was a cannon at like a group of like 15-year-old girls and throw me naked at the group of girls, and I would land on them completely naked, and then like be like half drowning, half sobbing, climbing with my little penis back to my dad.
Oh my God.
Just like how a dog runs home to an abusive owner.
Jesus Christ.
And he'd be like dying laughing. And in retrospect, I can kind of be like, that is funny.
Wait. Your parents aren't together, right?
Well, my
they
dad's
weren't.
dead.
Yeah, sorry. Were they together like during that time?
Yeah.
Is what I meant?
Yeah.
So is your mom a nice lady?
Yo, my mom's the best. Well, my mom
I
would
don't
find out.
understand.
Yeah, well, we asked her about it. We're like, how did you end up with dad? And she always be like, well, daddy was a different person. But I mean, I do think that she fell in love with like that kind of like fun-loving spirit. There's something
because
magnetic
when he
about
would do that, were other people laughing or were they
No,
like,
but I think
Jesus
people were
Christ.
horrified. The girls were horrified because there was a naked boy landing on them. So
Oh my God. Some
and then-
people's dream.
I know. Could you imagine?
I prayed to God every day.
please let one fall on me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He would also.
That's. I'm
just-
sorry to hear this.
No,
man.
it's fine. He would just do a bunch of stuff that my mom didn't know about. But like she would always find out eventually. We had like family fight nights where when my mom was in New York City working, my dad would like, you know how like slave owners would fight the slaves against each other? He would do that, but with me, my brother, and my sister. And we just like wrestle each other, and he'd sit there, and they'd be like, "All right, Allie out, Teddy in."
All right. You know what? I don't mind this behavior. I think.
See, that's what I mean. Is you kind
valid.
of come around to it where you're like,
This
"All right,
is fun.
it's kind of like if I was a dad right now." How I would
Honestly,
treat
nah,
my kids.
I don't mind that because it's the kids fighting each other, and it's like I don't know. Kids are gonna do that anyways.
Yeah, he's
Might
just.
as well watch.
It's kind of like the war on drugs. Like the best thing to do is regulate it.
Yeah, my dad. My dad was a horrible dad as well. I don't mean to say yours was horrible, but he sounds pretty bad.
I mean, yeah, he definitely had some pretty big flaws.
But yeah, mine would actually just watch me and my brother fight.
Full on fists.
No, we wouldn't go fists that often.
Yeah.
We'd kind of like wrestle and choke each other out.
Like fully tap out, like lose consciousness.
If like we were like, when one person goes too hard and then you get the real anger.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
You
a
get
lot
the
of times it was just
primal,
messing
the
around.
pupils dilate.
Yeah, we also wrestled. So
Yeah.
like it was more of like we would start by wrestling and it was just easy going.
And then as soon as like an elbow gets thrown,
Mm-hmm.
sort of click into it.
All right. So I see why you're an anxious guy, why you lack confidence sometimes.
I don't know if it's because of my dad though.
No? What
I
are you
don't-
talking about? The
I
guy
don't
who
know.
threw you naked onto ladies and you're like, I don't know why I can't talk to him.
Well, yeah. Now that you bring that up, yeah, that kind of does make sense. Yeah, I've never put those together.
And a guy who seems like kind of like your high school bully.
But I think my mom is honestly, like my mom to this day, like I'll go home to visit her and she'll just like, and I know this is lame for me to say, but she'll just force me to like go out to these big gatherings and like parties with all her friends. And I'm like, I don't want to go. And she'll be like, don't be weird, talk to people. And I just want to be like, I don't want to. And she knows I don't want to. And I'm a full-grown adult pouting in the back of a Subaru Outback when we pull up to her friend's house. And then I sit alone and watch the guy play guitar.
Yeah, life's about figuring out how to enjoy it, even if.
But I can enjoy that. I can enjoy sitting there and just like watching a guy play guitar in like a beautiful landscape and not having to talk to anybody, because all those conversations feel so artificial to me. What do you do? Where'd you go to college? Oh, you do stand-up? That's cool. Do you know Sebastian Maniscalco? You see what I mean?
Oh man, but I see. I think you got to figure out how to have fun in those conversations, because I struggle with the same thing. I've talked about this before a lot with people where it's I hate surface level conversations, but I've realized
you can play around.
You can just have fun.
Yeah.
And especially with people that are in a completely different demographic, it is so. I've been trying to figure out how to have fun. Like one thing I've been doing, no matter like especially when I'm talking to like an older lady. At one point, I know you're not supposed to, but I always ask their age, and no matter what the age they say, I always just go, "Get out of town! You gotta be kidding me! What?
I bet that works.
Jesus.
That works every time.
That's crazy. I thought you
Yeah.
were 35.
Well,
oh my God.
That's easy because there's complete disconnect from that person. Like, if I can do, I love not fucking with, but like conversationally, like playing with strangers. I have no problem with that. Larry David talks about this. Is like I can talk to anybody unless I sort of know them, and then it's like a problem.
I did a whole episode with Josh about how to talk to just like people that you kind of know. And he was like, you just remember one big fact. You remember their like number one thing.
That's good.
You try to boil them down to their one thing, and then just you got to know a little bit, but you just keep asking them questions about that one thing.
Yeah.
And then you got it. Then they're gonna love you because you know that they like that one thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a good hack.
Well, that's why it's easy to talk to comics, because we always have comedy to fall back on.
And
it's such an infinite
well. You're a Renaissance man.
Thank you.
You know your things. So you just the people that you kind of know, the one thing that you know, hit them with it. You know.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do to ladies.
Yeah, you're right.
The one thing,
But I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like the context in which you're expected to go up to women isn't conducive to good conversation. It's like in a club or at a bar.
Yeah, but that's not how you're supposed to do it really anymore.
How do you do it?
You're supposed to do it when they tell you were so funny after a comedy show.
That's never happened. Not a single time. I've fantasized about that. Hearing you talk about it, I was like, it's true. The legends are true. You can do well in comedy and have girls come up to you. But then at the same time, at the Lincoln Lodge, I'll have a good set, and then I'll go like hide in the green room.
Oh man, see, yeah, I guess I like thirst a little bit for the like.
Oh yeah,
that was really funny. I go, thanks, man.
I read a book about it was like a bunch of comedy writers giving tips of advice and like how they got to where they were in their career, and this one guy, he said something that stuck with me, which you just displayed brilliantly, which is get good at taking compliments. Just accept it. Say thank you. Don't feel like you have to return anything, but people really appreciate people who are good at that.
Well, because obviously everybody has self-doubt. Everybody like is insecure, self-conscious, thinks that they're bad. You just got to pretend like you're not. And so like even when somebody tells you good set, like no matter what you think in your head, you just got to like listen to that, because there's also the delusional voice. It's the reason why you do stand-up. It's the thing that's telling you you're good enough to be able to be a real guy at it.
Yeah.
So you listen, you turn that volume all the way up to 100, and when somebody tells you good set, you're like, I know, I'm so fucking good, aren't I?
Thanks, man. The worst is when somebody says good set and they just bombed.
Ooh.
You know, because you feel like, it's like Josh said with like, I always try to watch a comic, and if they have a specific bit I like, I try to, in conversation, be like, I really like that bit, because it's genuine, and I have something to talk about. But sometimes you'll just watch someone bomb, and there's nothing that you like, and then they'll tell you something that they like from you, and you just have to be like, ah. Yeah.
That's how I feel most of the time because I think as a stand-up, we all hate other people's jokes.
Yeah, most of them are really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of being with ladies, I got to tell you my little cheat code.
Please.
Because I was telling you that I don't know if we talked about this on the pod or in private, but I was having boner problems.
Boner problem. That was in the McDonald's drive-thru.
It was in the McDonald's drive-thru?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was telling you that I was having boner problems, and then I was with a lady. And, okay, so this lady invited me to hang out
Okay.
that night, and I was about to get in the shower, and I was doing my pre-shower, about to jerk off.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought
And-
you were already with the lady, and you're like, "Excuse me, I have to shower."
No.
Yeah.
So
understand.
but also we were hanging as friends, so I didn't know exactly what was going to go on. But then I started to do exactly what I was about to do, and I got to the point of about to climax, and then I was like, "Wait a minute, you've been having boner problems. Maybe you shouldn't release."
Yeah. Don't do the old tricks.
And so I just kind of like left it. And I edged is what the kids are
The
calling
clinical term.
it. Yeah, full on gooned.
That's what Trace Jenkins calls it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who Trace Jenkins is.
He's a bald guy who said the N-word in Batavia
Okay.
at the vault. He always like goes up to people and talks to them about the benefits of edging. But then he said the N-word with the hard R, so I guess that's like the bad side effect.
Hey, good riff for a podcast.
Sorry, dude.
No, I'm just being such an ass.
That's fine. I was trying to plug Trace Jenkins.
All right, check out Trace Jenkins if you haven't already.
So you edged, and then how did that work out for you?
Well, and so then when I got to the point of hanging out with the person in their apartment, I was going to town, and it lasted for a while. I was really pumped on that. No boner problems, and then I had one of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best finishes I've ever had.
Please explain.
Well, first of all, there was a lot.
I'm getting a phone call from Sam Biru. Should I answer it live on the pod?
Yeah,
or?
answer it live on the pod. Sam Biru, who's going to be a future guest at some point.
Hey Sam, you're live on the pod with Carter.
Long-awaited guest.
We're talking about boner problems. Do you have anything to add?
No.
All right, what's up? Really quick, and then we'll get back to the boner problems.
I just wanted to call and talk about shit.
Ah, fuck.
Well,
There was a tragic passing.
well, Sam, I want to let you know I'm not having any more boner problems.
You told me that the other day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I tested it. I tested it out on another lady.
Carter's been telling everybody who.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was it the lady we talked about that day? Or was it
No,
the
different lady.
Okay, good.
her name rhymes with.
You almost said her actual name.
Hey, really?
Yo, how crazy is that?
I said nothing. We just hung out after, and then it was like nighttime, and I was sitting in my car, and she was just like, "So, like, do you want to come up?"
Come back up? Or?
Yeah, because I was no, we like hung out at a show, and then at a bar after, and then I drove her home. And
Oh,
yeah.
Are you gonna be at the lodge tonight?
Carter, you're doing a lot, and you're like 3 weeks here.
I know. I was telling him he's very prolific. Are you gonna be at the lodge?
Book? Huh?
Are you gonna be at the lodge
When?
tonight?
I'm in Texas.
Oh fuck. All right.
All right.
Well, I have to hang
Let's
up
go back
on
to the
you.
pod.
Yeah.
I just
Sorry,
really
dude.
wanted to get
I'll
that
call
on
you
the
back.
pod. I'll bleep it.
I come back later.
There's a woman with a dog looking at it. She's judging us pretty hard right now.
Yeah.
She just shook
This
her
is-
head.
No, this is what people do now.
She's wearing a vest, which is silly because
No, don't do that.
what?
Don't get people mad at us.
You said it's like
Get
fun.
off the phone
All right,
so we can go back
bye,
to the pod.
Sam. All right, so yeah, your boner problems.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh sorry.
You're gonna cut.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit
Yeah,
this
sorry
and
about that,
splice
dude.
it back. Well, yeah, I should have cut the phone call short.
Yeah.
You
You
but I
entertained
really
that
wanted
quite
to.
a bit.
But I thought that I wanted to bleep the name at some point. Okay.
Of course.
Podcast. Go back now.
We're in boner problems.
So yeah.
Solutions.
So then the next day happens, and I am about to shower, and I'm like, I think I need to might do that thing again. Well, I didn't think ahead of time that I was going to do that thing again, but I just kind of like started to do what I normally do out of habit before I shower.
The Pavlov.
The hot
water
then
hits you.
And then I started to think towards the end. I was like, I might see that person again tonight. I might need to stop. And I stopped. And then the next day, then I didn't see that person. And so then, the next day, which is today.
Yes. Well, it was today.
Well, no. Monday was the day of the first time.
Okay.
Tuesday happened, and I didn't see that person, but I did. I pumped up the water gun, the super
Yeah.
soaker.
But then you stopped it.
I stopped it.
Okay.
And so then the next day, today, I worked out, and then I came back home to shower, and then I was like, I think I'm seeing that person tonight. And for another day in a row, I have stopped and then put up the Berlin Wall and plugged myself.
So you're currently retaining as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel?
And I've edged 2 days in a row.
That's big.
It is big, but
I have
and I think it's solved all the issues.
I think that if you believe it solved the issues, it did.
God, I'm bummed that I was having issues before.
Well, wasn't it just the one time?
Well, it was with one person a lot of times.
Well, that's an independent variable.
I know.
I wouldn't fully put the blame on yourself.
Well, I think it's upon myself. The blame's not on anyone. It's not a blame. It's a thing that happened.
If I had sex with a bunch of women and I got hard every time, and then I tried to fuck a toaster and I couldn't get hard, it's not the toaster's fault.
Yeah,
or
but this isn't a
fault.
toaster. It's a human.
That's true.
And they can't. It's not. It's not their fault.
But if you're,
fault is causation.
If your PP doesn't get hard for them, it doesn't get hard for them.
Yeah, but the way you're saying it is
that's not in your
misogynist.
control. No, I thought we were talking about a guy.
No, it was a lady. I told you exactly who the boner problems were with.
I know. I was joking.
Oh.
You said misogynist, and I was like, "How dare you?"
Oh. Man.
We're on a roll, dude.
Yeah, but wiener's hard.
I have a friend who, I have a college friend who I was roommates with, and he used to really crank it a lot. But he never, he could never talk to women. And he's never had a girlfriend or anything. And I texted him recently because he moved away, and he has not come since last June. Not this past June, last June.
Last June, okay.
Doesn't that seem incredibly unhealthy?
I mean, no, because I think your body just flushes it somehow.
How?
In
Do
your
you just
sleep.
sweat cum?
No, you remember as a child?
I've only had nocturnal emissions one time.
Oh, I used to get them all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you remember the dreams?
Well, I always dreamt that my dad came in and jacked me off in my sleep.
Oh, okay. I think that's sleep paralysis.
No, I think he was just doing that.
Okay. So there were some good things about your dad. He wasn't all that bad.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Boys will be boys.
Yeah. I remember when I was in like 6th grade, my dad was like, "How sexually active are the kids in your school?" And I was like, "I don't know," because I wasn't doing anything. And then he's like, "Are they giving head yet?" And I had no idea what giving head meant. So I was like, "Yeah."
God, I'm coming around on your dad.
I know. It's hard not to.
Cause, man, if my dad thought I was like one of the boys like that, he's like, "Anybody getting pussy?" I would think that guy's so much cooler. That guy, actually, my dad kind of was like that, but he would never like act like I was one of the boys. He would always like brag about what he's doing.
That was mostly what my dad did.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. He didn't really think that.
Yeah, because my dad was kind of like that too, actually.
Yeah, where he was kind of like, "Yeah, I was sick." My dad would like brag about how when he was 11 years old, he invited a girl over and they played doctor.
You want to hear about something I did?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Dad, stop. That's gross, Dad."
I like that that's your peak is 11.
What do you mean?
Your dad's peak was at 11 playing doctor. He never had any good stories of ladies?
No, he had some good stories after that. Also in college, he
Yeah, what was his best story?
Best story in college, he adopted a basset hound. I forget its name, but He also then bought a Volkswagen van and spray painted vegetables on it, and they called it the Veggie Mobile, and he drove across the country with it.
Well, so how does that guy? That sounds like a really chill dude. I like that.
Well, that's the most terrifying thing about that entire experience. And yeah, people change. It's the most terrifying thing.
Yeah, because your mom met that guy, the guy that
Yeah,
was in
that's
the,
who my
in the
mom fell in love with.
Veggie-mobile or whatever.
And
it
when
was.
I was in my mom's hometown recently, and my dad's childhood best friend lives there, and he came up to me while we were all drunk, and he was just like, "We have to talk about your dad because I know that you went through a lot, but like he was a great guy, and you just have to know he was a great guy." And I almost just broke down crying. That was it's hard to hear that somebody that you ended up hating was great. It's easier if they're just always bad.
I mean, he drove across the country with a basset hound, but
Yeah.
what good deeds?
I mean, I don't know if he had any good deeds, but he was just like a generally
He
fun.
was just a good hang.
He was a congenial gentleman.
Well, that's sick.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that the most important thing in life, though, is to be a good hang?
No,
What is?
to provide for the greater community.
For the greater community?
Yeah, I mean, we're taking up space in people's dog area.
That's true. We are
I'm
taking
really
up space.
insecure about this now.
But
But we're already 25 minutes in.
we're definitely no more than 10 feet away from a pile of dog shit.
Hey, that's how I live my life.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
You said providing for the greater community. I mean, podcast, how more can you provide for a greater community?
I think it's of value,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I think about that with my comedy, too, about how, like, nobody will ever watch my comedy and, like, it will not benefit. It's not going to, like, some people will comment under some people's comedy, like, this saved my life. I don't think no matter how good I get, it will ever make someone be like, you know what, I'm not going to kill myself.
Yeah, well, I think anybody who says that in the first place to somebody is like a person I would never be friends with.
Somebody that says
Like
that
a comedian saved their life. I'm like, yeah, I mean, if
It is
this
kinda
saved your
cringe.
life, you didn't have much to live for, brother.
That's true. It's like you're on a knife edge.
Yeah, you should give yourself some more substance. You
Yeah.
know? Because I don't know. Have you ever thought about living for like your future, like the moments that could be? Have you ever thought about living for, I don't know, maybe your mom?
You just blow their mind. They're like, what?
You saw somebody's joke.
I saw Bert Kreischer's The Machine, and I stepped down from the ledge,
I mean,
and I said, I'm not going to do it.
I've seen it on like racist podcast clips, you know, like like I don't know. Somebody will tell Nick Mullen like, "Your come town saved my life," which is a sentence somebody has said.
That's so funny. Yeah, it is so ironic because the people. This happens with Daniel Tosh too, where he's like, "I hate my fans, like I hate my fans, and I don't want to meet you guys."
Well, yeah, because it's like, do you really want to meet somebody who listens to every single podcast clip on the internet?
No.
Nah, they're probably gonna be the weird kind of autistic I don't want to interact with.
Also, I had 2 fans that I made at a Jewish show, and then they came to multiple shows that I had,
Mm-hmm.
and I was super awkward interacting with them. They tried to buy me drinks, and I turned them down, and then I haven't seen them since, and I was like, damn, I just burned the bridge with my only 2 fans.
Yeah,
I just realized I was not going to deal with fame well if it ever happened. And also how weird it is being watched.
but don't you think a lot of this is like self-fulfilling that you're doing when you butcher interactions like that? You're just like, oh, I'm gonna be weird and this is gonna be a bad time, so it just happens to be that way.
I mean, maybe, but it's how do you deal with that? It's
How do
just
you deal with
odd.
it?
Just two
You
awkward dudes standing there. Can we get you a drink?
Well, yeah, you unbind yourself from that reality. You go, it's not 2 awkward dudes. It's one funny, charismatic guy and this Jew.
So you can just they're both Jews.
Well, that's
I guess we're all Jews because I'm 5% as well.
why would I was going off of your 2-person thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
3 people. Sorry.
Yeah.
1 charismatic, funny guy and 2 Jews
Yeah. Thank you.
walk into a bar.
And it's very awkward.
And it's very awkward. Well, it doesn't have to be awkward.
I respect that you have this mindset,
Just don't.
but I can't employ it.
What do you mean? You know? Okay, just can you do an impression? just
do an impression of a guy
yeah,
that's not awkward.
You want to do stand-up comedy. You want to go on stage. You want
Correct.
to perform.
Yes, that's correct.
You can sell. Can you act?
I think I could be a Daniel Day-Lewis type.
You know how autistic people mask?
Yeah, sure.
You know what that is, like where they just don't act autistic. I've always found that pretty frustrating because I'm like, then just do that all the time. Like,
yeah. Well, don't they? I mean, there have to be people that just do that to the point where that's who they become, right?
Yeah, and I think that's where the life is. I mean, maybe this is all just like.
But then, aren't
what
you
people
fundamentally
hate.
telling me to just change who I am?
Yeah. Yeah, because you just change.
This is like a conversation I have with my mom.
Because if it's something you don't like about yourself, then just change it. It's not gonna be like an overnight. You don't just wake up and it happens. But it's like if you wake up every day and you go, I'm a fat piece of shit, you're gonna be a fat piece of shit. But if you wake up every day and you're like, I'm gonna be a healthy guy. I'm a healthy guy, and then like eventually you start doing the things that a healthy guy would do.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's like
maybe I'm alpha male, white guy thinking it all the time, but
that's good because it gets you places.
yeah,
It gets you shot in the neck, but up until that, it is pretty glorious.
I feel like if your brain can be a more pleasant place to be in.
Well, I think my brain is very fun. I enjoy my
Yeah?
brain.
But then why do you dislike being awkward, right?
I dislike being awkward, but also I can revel in awkwardness. You know, there's like a lot to observe in awkwardness. Like, why is this awkward? What makes this awkward? That's normally like the root of funny. Awkwardness is normally hand in hand with tension. So why is there tension? How do I break this tension? And it's like a lot of the times I can get out of it.
Yeah, awkwardness is inevitable, I guess, but it's the confidence that you're holding during it, and
But
it
it's
seems
also-
like you don't have.
It's also just the willingness to do that. And it's like the Larry David thing where it's like, I just don't want to talk to these people. So why am I making myself do something I don't want to do?
Well, that's what I was saying by like, you do the bits.
You do that.
You have fun. You make it fun so that.
What's up, you Jews?
Yeah.
They would have loved that.
Yeah, you do that.
You're right, dude. You're right.
Wait, are you being serious about that?
No,
Would that
I'm being serious. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that
saying-
would have worked.
I'm saying you just go.
If I just turn into a caricature.
Yeah, you literally just
But
Mark
dude,
Norman.
I
did.
hate that. Dude, I've actually started because I've watched Mark Norman deal with being awkward. He'll be like, he'll like go like that around people. And
Mhm.
I've like in situations used that as a defense mechanism where I'll like pause for a long time. Then I'll be like, wow. Like I'll do Normand off stage to be awkward.
Yeah, don't do that.
I know, it's bad. I don't do it that much
I mean,
anymore.
somehow he's considered a charismatic guy, but I don't know if that's charisma 101.
I don't think he's charismatic.
No.
But I think that's part of his charm, ironically.
Yeah.
Which, same with, I don't want to be a fake charismatic guy. I'm either going to be cool or I'm not.
Well, then you're just not going to be cool.
I think in like 2 years' time, I'll just become cool and women will chase me.
Well, that's like
That'll probably happen,
because yeah, I think I established it as an idea. Like, I don't know.
You're an excellent example of the manifest destiny.
Yeah, because I feel like if you looked at me 2 years ago, and I was like, I don't want to be that guy anymore, and I tried to change myself. Now there's still like so many issues that I have in life,
Yeah.
but I feel like I've made so many positive changes just because of because I was like, oh yeah, I don't have to be like that.
Yeah, I actually had that epiphany like a year ago where you could actually just become the person you want to be,
Mm-hmm.
which is like, whoa.
And you'll keep
Such a
like wanting to
revolution.
do the bad habits, but then you just
Yeah.
slowly figure out how to.
And you just are the culmination of your actions. You just are what I feel.
What, you feel insecure?
No, just
You
out
feel
of my peripheral.
self-conscious?
Yeah, I do feel self-conscious right now.
I don't feel self-conscious at all.
You're right. I don't feel self-conscious either. I don't give a shit.
I'm a famous podcaster.
I'm almost as famous.
I think
of a
the last episode
podcaster.
just hit 100 views.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, mine doesn't do it. Yours does really well.
It's because of the feet, guys, man.
Is it really because of the feet? Oh, man, we've made it so far in, we showed no feet.
I know.
This is going to
Sorry.
be a bummer. I
They're
should've
not
thought
gonna.
about
They're
that.
not gonna make the jump over now.
Well, I don't know. God, I've been getting bit up by bugs. Do you see this?
That sucks.
Yeah.
They like you?
They do like me. I think it's because my blood has AIDS in it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I put it in there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
I told him.
Use needle.
I said, doctor, I don't want that blood unless it's got AIDS in it.
And then he said, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
He went into the AIDS blood storage bank, came back with it,
Mm-hmm.
hooked you up.
Man, so Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck today.
Yes.
He was shot in the neck by a guy that looks like Larry David, actually. Did you see
Really?
that?
I didn't know that they caught the
Yeah,
guy.
he was an old guy. I was looking it up because I was curious.
I mean, if you're old,
oh
you
wow,
might,
look.
If
See,
you're old, you might as well assassinate someone.
an old Jewish guy.
Wow, it's kind of fucked up that they
George
included the
Hudson
picture.
Zinn.
Is he a Republican or a lib?
Well, Zinn, obviously a Republican.
Zinn? Nice.
Yeah. No, he's actually a registered Democrat in Utah.
Kind of worried that Charlie Kirk's he's going to be like a martyr now.
I know. I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
You know when like you're playing like a video game and they have headlines and stuff of like the world starting to get a little crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I was just
It's
looking
at the beginning.
Yeah, I was looking
intro.
at the news, and
World War Z?
there was a Colorado shooting that happened at the same time as the Charlie Kirk, and so those were just the two top headlines, and I was like, ooh.
Oh, my God. Yeah. One of my coworkers recently was like, "Have you guys been noticing there are a lot more dead birds on the sidewalk?" And there have been.
That's crazy. I saw a few dead birds.
I've
on
seen
the
so many
sidewalk
dead
today.
birds on the sidewalk recently, and then they were like, "Yeah, we're in end times."
Man,
Yeah, I guess so.
I was listening to jazz music on the train right after reading the Charlie Kirk shooting thing.
a good way to
And there was a lady that sat down next to me, and she had a full scream, crying breakup conversation on the way here
Ooh.
for 30 minutes. I listened to it while having jazz blasting in my headphones
Yeah.
and just staring
Sounds
straight
like a
ahead.
breakup in an elevator.
I mean, she was literally like screaming, crying, like snot dribbling down her face.
Was she getting broken up with?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then eventually she started calling and having it on speakerphone and having it go to voicemail, and I kept hearing like,
so now.
yeah, your call has been forwarded to, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't make eye contact. I like completely avoided any like sense of noticing her, and I wasn't sure what is the most human response to have had there.
Indifference?
Indifference? Is that?
I think so.
You
don't
you
wanna
might
be
not
the
be
guy-
the best person to ask.
You don't want to be dude, I'm incredibly socially apt. I don't know. Why is inept a thing but ept's not?
Apt.
No, ept. Socially inept,
Yeah.
but nobody's socially ept.
I think it's apt.
No. Well, apt is like, that's very accurate. Apt is like, it's like an apt term. Like gaslighting is apt for describing something. But socially inept. There's no socially ept. Nobody's socially ept.
Quick to learn, having a tendency to do something,
All right, let's,
and then appropriate or suitable in circumstances.
Okay, maybe,
She was apt to confuse the past with the present.
I'm apt.
I'm about to take a nap
You
after
can't.
this.
You can't. Nice. You can't. You can't. The movie thing is like, put your arm around them or something, or I don't know. Fucking slide them $5. I don't know. Fucking. You have to just leave them alone. I think if they're going through it.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
do, but-
obviously,
but-
that is
or-
what you're supposed to do. But I think, yeah, people just aren't supposed to be in public when they're doing that.
In her situation, I think the correct thing to do socially would be to lean over and be like, "Excuse me, you're on speakerphone and it's really loud, and I'm trying to listen to jazz. If you could just put in headphones or something, I'd really appreciate that."
I mean, at a certain point, I didn't feel like bad anymore because she was just kind of like screaming
yeah.
nonsense.
So you're kind of like, you deserve this.
And I'm just like, I have a feeling you're probably not in the right.
Yeah. I was literally just gonna ask, do you think she deserved to get broken up with?
I have a feeling she is probably a total handful.
She's a nightmare.
Yeah, man, I've gotten too racist on this podcast. I can't.
Why stop now?
Why stop now? It's just like, come on.
Although, look what happened to Charlie Kirk.
I think that was more than racism. And also, I'm just giving real life like stories that
Then
happen.
go ahead, dude.
I'm not giving any observation.
If it's real, it doesn't
or
matter.
any judgments.
If it's real, you can say whatever you want.
It's just like, just at a certain point, take a breath and realize he's not going to call back, and you're acting like a total psycho, and you're in public. And I think
Yeah.
this is a thing that like women. I don't. I'm just like, I would never do that.
It's easy to say that. It's easy to say that here. But then, like, I have moments where I look back on things I've done in the past, and you're like, where you're just in the pocket and you don't really have any awareness of what you're doing. I've never
bring
done
up-
anything that
What's an
bad.
example? What's something you've done that's
Just trying to think.
that socially awkward for everybody else around you?
Well, I guess I don't do social stuff like that, but
Yeah,
I've
like have you ever had a
definitely-
freak out in public?
Yeah, I've had freakouts.
When?
During lacrosse games,
Okay, but in adulthood?
essentially. Older than I was too old. Yeah, I've like thrown stuff.
You've had like those kind of.
Dude, one of the most embarrassing memories of my entire life was when I actually kind of got good at lacrosse, but before that, I was in 8th grade and I went to a lacrosse game, and I was the goalie, and I was wearing basketball shoes in cage, and they were bright blue, like Easter egg blue. Like I looked so stupid, with like baggy shorts, and I was just playing so poorly, and I pulled myself out of the game. Like we called a timeout, and I walked out of the game, and I was like screaming, and I was like, I'm not going back in. Put Fahad in. Like we just had this Indian kid named Fahad. I don't even know if he was Indian. Sorry, Fahad. But I was like, put Fahad in. And they're like, what are you talking about? You can't come out. And I went to throw my helmet, and I slipped on the mud, and I fell down as I was trying to throw my helmet. And then I just sat there and watched them like slowly dress Fahad to go into the game and just refused to go back on the field. It's probably the lowest point of my entire athletic career.
Yeah, have you ever like meditated or anything?
Depends what kind of meditation. This kid's pointing at us with the curiosity. He'll be one of us one day.
Yeah, we're.
I spend a lot of time thinking, like just sitting with nothing around me and just thinking, letting self-2 guide me, you know?
Yeah, what do you think about most? Comedy and your place in it?
I think a lot about recently. I think a lot about like James Cook and his voyages around the world. I think about the Amazon River a lot, the Incan Empire, the Aztecs, a lot of Mesoamerica stuff. Trains normally gets in there.
And like
Comedy, of course. Tennis, guitar.
I have a little bit more selfish
Women.
of a thought process. Women?
How's that not selfish though? It's exactly what I want to think about.
Well, yeah, but like I mean more so it's exactly what you want to think about, but how do you think about it more? I enjoy watching like a documentary and watching a YouTube video or something,
Mm-hmm.
but it's tough to think about on my free time.
Well,
I've been
that's
thinking about chess in my free time.
Well, that's why it's
though.
good. Is because it's tough. So when you like that's kind of why it's meditation, because you're disconnecting yourself and you're just forcing yourself to be a passive observer of your thoughts.
Do you still have any emotional freakouts? Like, are you bad with stress?
I mean, I shave my head.
Yeah. Was that
But-
like because you're like you were having like a panic, like an episode in the
It
middle
wasn't
of
an
the night?
episode. I've never had a panic attack or anything like that, but I saw a clip. I got a Zanies clip of me doing stand-up, and I literally was 20 seconds in, and I just calmly paused the video, walked to my bathroom, and just shaved my head. So it's kind of a calm freak out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you think I'm like a sociopath.
No, I don't think you're a sociopath. I think you experience emotion. I think you're an odd duck.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think I'm a very odd duck. I've told you a
Yeah, I
lot
think
of
we're
my
both
weird,
odd ducks.
weird tendencies.
Yeah.
I think I think yours are a little bit more visual quirks from
What do you mean?
like I mean I definitely experience it a lot where I like fidget with things and stuff like that, but I think somebody might be able to see and go, he's going to be an interesting guy to talk to.
See me?
Maybe.
Really?
I'm kind of being shitty there
It's funny because like
And I
when I
don't
do
mean-
roast battle,
because I really like you.
thank you. I appreciate your candor.
Mm-hmm.
When I do roast battle, like all the jokes against me are like frat bro, lacrosse
Well,
douche.
yeah, I guess if you took a still picture of you,
Yeah, dude.
but if you're in the room with you for 5 minutes, you don't have to talk to you
Yeah.
to like see that you've been staring at a chair for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I've
You
told
know,
people
like-
that I've told people that I'm like across the street hot.
Very
where
much.
If I'm across the street, you're like he's got a good frame.
yeah, you've got
symmetrical.
because your face looks
And then you
good,
have a
you've got-
conversation with me, and it just all disintegrates immediately, and you're like, "Fuck, dude, this kid's such a loser."
yeah, you got like these shoes on.
The Allbirds,
Yeah.
they're so comfy, dude. It's like wearing socks
It's like
on my socks.
Because I feel like we almost have like similar aesthetics sometimes, but like
No way, dude.
Like I don't know. I feel like I give off like traveler, like
Traveler, you're like skater, dude. Traveler.
yeah, like
You
I.
travel on a longboard.
It usually looks like I'm able to go hiking in what I'm wearing,
Okay, I guess we do have similar.
and that's what I
aesthetics.
mean
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
you
I
also give
always
that
have
off,
the
but you
hiking
give
thing.
off like more like a lot of you know when hikers wear like a matching swishy pant material. and it's like a lot of bright colors.
The Kodo
You're more
Paxton?
that lane, and I'm more like canvas.
Yeah.
And like
the earthy
and denim.
tones.
Yeah.
You look like we both look like hikers, but you look like you do more drugs while hiking.
Yes.
I would say that's the separation between
yes.
the two of us.
Mine looks more like I'm going hiking for like artistic inspiration.
Yes.
While yours is like I gotta get my miles.
Exactly. I gotta get my steps in. I gotta get my steps in and calm down. I think we just hit the nail on the head with that. But the thing is I'm totally down to do drugs too.
Mhm.
You know, so
I'm trying to pull away from drugs.
I'm trying to get into them, man.
I'm about to do a bunch of mushrooms to quit weed.
It is funny to do a harder drug to quit one drug. Are you trying to quit weed?
Yeah. Well, because I got to go on this 10-day silent meditation
Yeah.
retreat, and I can't have weed there. So,
I
and
mean,
I'm
aren't
like,
you forced to quit then?
yeah, I'm like a person who does it like every day. So it's going to cause me a lot of big problems if I don't quit
Mhm.
beforehand. And so,
I've recently been getting high way too much.
yeah,
Yeah. And I haven't bought any weed. That's the problem.
Oh,
Is
look
you can
at
just
that.
get away with it.
Carter's headlining the show, doing
Nice, dude.
4 more
That's
minutes
big.
than everybody else. And my old, Drunken Beans right there.
I do not.
Yeah, we're right in front of the place where I'm doing a show in 45 minutes.
Oh man.
They're probably gonna love that that I'm here.
Yes. I might have to go in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, no. I was thinking that we're hitting the natural end of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
And I think we've gotten to the bottom of everything.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk's dead.
He's dead. Bullet through the neck.
Larry David killed him.
Larry David shot him.
George Zinn put in an upper decker
George
in
Zinn.
memory.
Packed one.
Mm-hmm.
Republican.
in for George Zinn.
Yes.
What should we call this episode?
Something about I like the hiking thing.
Yeah.
Take a hike.
Ooh, hiking thing. Something about like the dichotomy of the hiker.
The
Something about
dichotomy of the hiker. The duality of the hiker.
duality of hiker.
Ooh, I like that.
Duality of hiker.
Yeah.
Let's put it in there.
That's good.
Anything you want to leave them with?
I'm doing Fresh Faces.
They're not gonna come.
September. It's this month.
But they should check out your podcast.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
your
yeah.
podcast? Because we're doing a
I'm
podcast,
so bad
and
at this, dude.
most likely they'll probably
Check out my
that out.
podcast, Post Set Clarity. I'm super charismatic.
And I just did an episode, so of
Carter
my-
just did an episode, and he talked about some really fucking crazy shit.
And I talk about what
for a long
usually what I
time.
do in the solo eps on here.
It was very good. It was very illuminating. And Carter and I have gotten to know each other much better in the past 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
which I appreciate.
I've appreciated it as well.
It's
I've
good.
made so many friends
Yeah.
in the last 2 weeks.
I kind of want to ask you to get high right now.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do it. We'll get away from these people and
Should
then
we do that?
Yeah,
All right. Should I do my
Um,
Yeah.
guys. This has been. I don't want to be a piece of shit. Check out Harry on everything. This was a good one.
This was fun.
All right, peace.
See you guys.
Heavy-handed lying, but still, yeah, you're never back.